Hey guys, welcome back to WeWatchedAMovie. I'm Mike, he's Jay. I said, goddamn, you gotta say it quietly because the kids are asleep because it's a late night out. We just saw Alien Covenant, which I've been fucking stoked for a really long time. Did you see what I did there?
Yeah, you grabbed a dick and you really liked it.
Just blow on the hole, I'll do the fingering.
So Alien Covenant circles around some colonists that are had their eye on this planet for quite a while. Their mission is to butt fuck the shit out of this planet and colonize it, as you do in life. And the crew,
planet I colonize.
I mean, you put your dick in the soil and you see what happens.
So I just have standards.
Plants grow.
I just have standards.
The living planet ego.
All of this to start our new life.
And by the way, I just want to say something about Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender plays David. He also plays Walter, which is another android on board the Covenant. And in which case, he's more of an upgraded version of David. And he doesn't have a British accent. He has a very American accent.
He's American, David, and he talks like this.
He threw a shoe at me.
I need you back here right now. I need you.
A lot of the reviews I read, which spoiled way too much in my opinion, were saying that the problem with the movie is it was a little bit Prometheus and it was a little bit Alien, but not enough of Alien.
It's kind of like a mullet.
It was, yeah. It was a mix of Prometheus and Alien, but it was the perfect mix for me. I loved the backstory. A lot of people said they didn't answer any of the questions Prometheus gave. I feel like they're wrong. And I'm going to say this, the only thing, and this isn't a spoiler because I'm just telling you what's not in the movie, the only thing that they didn't explain was where the engineers came from. Or their exact purpose or thoughts. They didn't explain that part of Prometheus. But as far as David goes, you get such an amazing backstory for him. They built that character so well. You're going to like what you see. I guarantee.
I thought you were going to say the only answer they didn't answer really was, why does Keanu Reeves never age?
No one knows. Whoa. Then you have the alien territory of the movie where the horror kicks in, and it's fucking fantastic. The horror in this movie is fucking amazing. They really went back and they did what Prometheus didn't exactly do, which was they fucked you with the alien horror.
Yeah,
the aliens are scary as shit.
I think that's what Ridley Scott took away a lot of, maybe the criticisms, and not all the criticism, but some of the criticism of Prometheus was that you had to wait for fucking ever to get to an alien, really being an alien. And I know it was a prequel, but I mean, maybe he was like, okay, well, I'll just gear it up. I'll kick it into high octane when I get to that point. I mean, you gotta wait a little bit. I mean, when you know, the best things in life you have to wait for. I mean, come on. I mean, other than Folgers in your cup, the best part of waking up,
like fresh fries,
is getting aliens in a movie.
Fresh French fries.
And he delivers. He delivers on what he promised, that there'll be aliens in this and it's gonna be cool. And he doesn't shy away from it at all in this. Because in Prometheus, it almost felt like he was kind of keeping you in the dark about whether, okay, are they aliens, or are they not the aliens, is this a different movie? I know he came out later on and said it was a prequel, but this one, it literally says in the title, Alien Covenant, so
he plays the hits. This is a great hits album.
Yeah, it was great. Spinning the clip from 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. And you discover why the aliens are the way they are, the xenomorphs the way they are now, the way that we know them, it's really badass. Like, it's cool how they explain that, because, as you know, in Prometheus, it explains their origin is it's very briefly explained. I mean, you get what happened. The engineers created a deadly weapon that, in essence, spawned the aliens. But again, once you find out exactly how the alien has evolved to a point of what they are now, when Sigourney Weaver meets them in Alien 1, you're like, that's fucking cool. That's badass.
It's great because when you see the old Alien movies, they're scary and they're great, but you know what the alien looks like. You know where its danger moments are. You know its mouth and all that shit like that.
Don't try to kiss it.
When you see these aliens, a couple of them, the amalgamations of aliens that are there, you don't know where they're going to strike from or what their abilities are. So when they freak out on somebody, it's actually scary again. Like, this movie scared me. A couple jump scares, but a couple really like tense moments in it too. The horror is so good with these aliens, and like you said, the CG sometimes, it's not bad. But you can tell it's CG. Sometimes it's all.
This is not.
It has your mouth on the floor, and then other times you're like, that's so CGI'd, but it's still done well. But the thing is, this is a tiny complaint. My only complaint is when you have one of the aliens particularly, I really would have liked to just see one of them made practically. I like to see practical effects in one scene at least, or with one of the aliens. It was just every action scene, even though it was done well, it was all so CG'd. Just give me one practical alien.
He gonna do one.
Holy.
And it's weird because it doesn't feel like I don't know what the runtime is. I mean, it's obviously over a 2-hour movie, but it never really feels like 2 hours. It's just so well done.
The whole thing's fascinating.
Yeah, it's just so well done. Yeah, exactly. And that's when you know it's good. Is that when you can look down like, God, it's already over. Because I thought there was going to be more. Because he starts you off, and see, that was my. Sometimes the dialogue scenes early on, and sometimes I think they spent too much time on unimportant things, or they try to make it more important than it was about, you know, their backstories, or just the dialogue itself being stretched out longer than it should have been stretched out. Like, some of it felt like extra cut footage that could have been in a Blu-ray for, you know, deleted scenes. But either way, once it gets past that and it starts, and again, it never really stops flowing though. It still flows, even when it branches off of it. And when it gets to those action scenes, and then you really start discovering more and more about this movie and getting to the meat of it, Professor, then you're like, I'm in for a ride. Hold on tight, lady. We going for a ride.
There's character exposition for characters that the trailer tells you we're going to die. So it's almost like, why are you telling me all this? But
that's a question. Did the trailer give away too much?
I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit. Like I said, the reviews I felt gave away a little bit too much. The only thing that I felt was a little bit rushed. Like I said, if you're a fan of Alien, the horror is there. The gore and the special effects on the gore is great, fucking fantastic. I mean, right up there with the best of the series. I mean, right there with it. It's really good. It's fantastic. They do a couple new things with the aliens that you're going to fucking love. The aliens moments of the movie, the action spectacle moments of the movie felt a little bit rushed. They're all kind of towards the end, and they felt like they happened just a little bit too quickly. But I absolutely love the horror elements and the Prometheus elements of this movie. It's a 9 for me. I fucking enjoy this. This is right up there for me with Alien and Aliens. It's right there. I mean, I like Prometheus too. So all 4 of those movies, this one really takes this franchise for me to a new level. I mean, there's so many good movies in this franchise, and I'm fucking pleased as shit. Can't wait to see more.
Word to your mother, I'm a 9 as well, because, you know, it could have been a bad movie. I mean, there are moments like you're like, okay, well, if he doesn't go this way with it, it could go bad. It could go south really quick. And you're right, when it gets to the action sequences, as great as those are done really well. And it does feel like. It feels like a Ridley Scott version of a James Cameron moment in Aliens. Like, you know, when they've got their guns out and they're like running around, but it's a Ridley Scott version. It's not James Cameron. But it does snaps like a storyboard. Boom, boom. This happens, that. But in a good way, and not a bad way. It does feel really fast. It doesn't feel like. But maybe it's because you're just so into it. I mean, my fucking jaw unhinged. I'm like, I mean, when that was going down, I'm like, yeah, just put it in my mouth, Jim. No, his name was Steve. If you're an Alien fan, if you were a fan of Prometheus and felt like you didn't get enough of Alien in it, you're going to like this movie fucking far better.
And if you're a fan of Prometheus, you're going to enjoy what they do with some of the stuff from Prometheus.
I think that the people that went from Prometheus, though, that wanted more, like, I don't know where they're coming from as far as, like, I wanted more of an explanation. Like, tell me all your thoughts on God and where can I find it? Bullshit. Like, you're not going to get all that. Like, I mean, you're not. But you get good explanations.
They don't, let me put it this way, they don't expand on the really, really deep thoughts that Prometheus had as far as, like, our creators and things like that.
Yeah.
But they do take the characters from that movie and give them great stuff to add to their characters. Yeah. Like what they did with David is, as far as the Prometheus world goes, what they did with David was fucking fantastic. And then you have all the good horror stuff of Alien on top of it. So that's why I love this movie so much. So comment down below, let us know, do you guys think that the trailers and the reviews have spoiled too much? How do you guys feel about what we said? Are you happy to know that it's a little bit Prometheus-y? Prometheus Agin? A whale's vagina? Or
that's disgusting.
Which movie did you want? What did you want to see out of this? Comment down below. Let us know. We love your fucking faces. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in you. And by the way, quick shout out, by the way, to Devin Williams.
Devin, yeah,
we
man.
met one of you guys.
That's
tonight.
so crazy. That's the second person.
Yeah, it's always so weird because it's like, oh my god.
We actually sat right next to him.
My parents don't even know who I am.
I know.
Sometimes I'm there and they're like, who's this fucking guy eating all our food?
My mom was like, one day, she was like, you know I don't love you. I was like, okay.
Your mom always remembers me.
Yeah, because you like your salmon patties, you disgusting fucker. Anyway.
That sounds so wrong.
Yeah, but it was nasty. Yeah, but awesome, man. Thanks for watching.
It's cool to meet you guys, man. We love your fucking faces.
He's got it. Don't be an alien to that subscribe button.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.